Hello, we live. I think so? Yeah. Yeah, we are. Alright. Just give me 1 second. I need to get an active officer on duty. Yeah, let's see, we got someone there, but I think that's just me on my own laptop, looking at the stream. I can check audio and whatnot. Alright. Can you adjust this shit? Alright. Almost done. Don't worry, you can look at the pretty backgrounds and the odd models that look like they're really well shaped from clay. Okay, fuck it, this is happening. Chapter 1. We have an officer on active duty, so it's safe to go. I hope this is like half as good as The Wolf Among Us. For thousands of years, House Forrester have been loyal bannermen of House Stark. In the darkest reaches of the Wolf's Wood, they harvest the rare ironwood trees. Now the North has been ripped apart by war, and rival houses seek to claim Forrester ironwood for themselves, and the fate of House Forrester hangs in the balance. I know nothing about Game of Thrones, by the way. I'd just like to add that in. I do love Telltale games, though, so this is actually pretty exciting to me.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women.
That wizard is from the moon. That's all you need to know.
Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Go on, it's only blood.
Wow, that cleaned off
Proper sword.
way too easily.
I'll myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Why not?
You don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
Hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
So what really?
Someone caught him, I suppose. Ask any man here and they'll say it was them.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What'd I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Not gonna be a whole lot of talking in this
I'll do it.
stream, just because this is a very
Lawrence
story-heavy
family
game.
has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach. House Tully is forever in his debt. You've never seen a field plowed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Voice acting's not that bad.
To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King
in
in
the
the
North! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
Gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters! Aye!
Iron from ice!
Got it.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
Let me fight for you, my lord.
You've more than proven your ability on the battlefield. No man would question that. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
I'm gonna
Hard
get you a
work has paid
fight.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Have you seen the WoW Persona 5 memes? Please no.
Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on, make it up to you.
Fine, but you owe me.
Oh, you? I've been a squire longer than you have. I outrank you.
That's a lot of wine. Those are big fucking jugs.
Wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norrin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, boy. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norrin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel, and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Ah, pig farmers.
This
All
guy
I'm
seems like
saying is,
quite a dickhole.
at this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Give it time. You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is, that's nothing to do with it. How much further?
That's right over there.
The Red Wedding. Oh, I've heard of this. Is this happening during the story right now? I don't want spoilers.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood. Fucking phrase. Nice night for a wedding. Not after he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Oh, this is happening during the
together.
story of the thing, of the series.
What? What's wrong?
Also, I don't know if I answered this, but no, I didn't see the Persona 5 Crash Bandicoot memes.
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Owen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about... What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you?
Run!
Oh, shit's hitting the fan already.
We need to get back to camp.
Oh shit, I forgot about quick time events.
Garen, we have to get back.
The king!
No, I fight for my bread. I'm trying my best. Oh, your friend's just standing there like an idiot.
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one! What?
Oh, fucking smacked.
Look out!
Why would he just keep running? He's seen that coming. Oh, I lost my shield. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking trampled. No, he's gonna get trampled. Ew. Why do I call to him when he's in the middle of a fight? Am I retarded?
Good fucking riddance.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Get your sword.
You fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
He's moving his arm actually quite a lot for someone who just got an arrow into it.
Seven hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs. Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste.
Dude, I could use a great sword.
The hearts of those traitors. You have to go.
You're welcome to the fucking Toads.
I won't leave you, my
You
lord.
can, and you will.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him the North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those
Now
foresters.
go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters!
Oh, he's totally gonna die. He just grabbed the sword by the blade. Just, you know, leisurely, fast walk away. Hey, it's doing a theme song thing. Cool. He placed the sword back into the wound, it'll stop bleeding. It could have saved him. He just wasn't thinking. The sword stops bleeding. You gotta save the poor sword. Poor Sword's Adventure. It's my favorite Zelda game. That's a messy pig. Oh, I can actually free roam now. Cool. Don't know why they let me free roam now. All I'm gonna do is walk down the road. I can't even interact with the pig. Oh shit.
Lord. Fresh.
Take out your sword. Also, when did I get a sheath for this thing? Dude, I'm gonna eat that pig. Oh shit, it's the pig's blood. Who killed the pigu? I like how it didn't spoil the Red Wedding from the actual series. Because as I said, I haven't watched that yet, but I heard that's like a pivotal moment in the series. So I'm happy that it's still like clearly tying it into the game, but not, you know, assuming you've seen the series.
That's Father's car.
The Tale of Oink Boink.
Lord Bolton better give us
That sounds like a Kirby enemy.
It may be coming, but at least still have his bacon.
Why?
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father,
I said move on.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off
What pigs?
my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that. I'll have that sword, boy.
Fuck you.
Wow, nice job. Well, he has the sword now.
Alright. Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
A weapon suited to the pig
You're
farmer.
a pig
Pitchfork.
farmer, aren't you?
Look at the top of his head.
Look at the top of his head.
That worked out surprisingly well. Really? Ow! Ooh! Ow, my leg!
Mercy! Please! I beg of you! I have a family! They'll never survive without me! I have no quarrel with you! I was only following orders.
You know what, why not?
Thank you.
Lord Whitefield will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Why didn't I just attack him? I could have easily just chopped the head off the horse, and then he would have fell down, and then he would have been just screwed.
Father?
Get it.
What is my fucking chat right now?
Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
You know what, now that I think about it, probably should have killed that guy.
I'll kill the men who did this.
I mean, you had a chance. You know, I'm just gonna assume it was that big guy with the bowl cut. I say big guy, I mean, like, main head guy. He wasn't that big. Actually, I ran into him when he had a greatsword, and I fucking bowled him over, so he wasn't that big.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Looked like a damn fool. He did in many ways, not just because of his haircut.
Garrett!
He's doing his best.
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Oh shit, I totally forgot what that guy told me to tell him.
2 Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. no doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
I'd do it again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with strength, they won't stop until they have everything. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Did you just say maggots? Are you... You're gonna put maggots into my leg wound. That is fucking vile.
Yum.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
The maggots...
Don't let the blood circulate.
Okay, I could sit in the Lord's chair. You know what, fuck it. Let's get some story in here. Let's get some backstory. See what he has to say about stuff and things. Good talk.
The Ironwood Grove.
Good talk, again. Twitch is messing up my chat. Well, considering you apparently just said not even Squidward's house out of nowhere.
Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Lord Forrester. It was an honour to squire for him. Gregor the Good.
Names her kid Ryan.
Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
Oh, he's also dead.
Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself.
Learn more about the Foresters on the menu codex page.
You seem to be favouring it.
I'd
Always
rather
sad
not.
to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortingren. Look, I'll show you.
Touch bucket.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
Oh, that's a bucket entirely filled with maggots.
Eat it.
I'm not gonna eat it.
Eat it. Eat it. Can you eat it?
I don't think so. I might eat a little bit. I haven't seen my character eat yet, so maybe.
Maybe he's hungry.
Eat it. I can eat the flowers.
Eat the maggots.
I can't eat the maggots. I tried.
This might help.
I'm stealing your flowers.
I may be mistaken.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure I got all the items in here.
Oh. Oh no, Tyler.
What?
Water.
What about it?
The water was opening in the laundry basket.
Oh, great.
It won't close.
Show sword too.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you,
Can I leave now?
why do the Whitehills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
The Whitehills want Forester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Who is the new Lord of House Forester?
White Ethan, of course. At the
He looked at me like I should have
sworn
known.
oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent.
You're gonna die.
Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
I'm not gonna eat the maggots. I can't.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Not even your sword. Especially
Can I
not
go
my
now?
sword.
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but
I'm not gonna
Lady
trust the
Forrest.
maggot. How can I trust something and also eat it?
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
We're not gonna eat the maggots.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
off to bed now. Hurry on.
Go on, kids. It's nap time.
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end.
Humph.
Even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
I'm sorry, my lady. Nothing could be done to save him.
He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
I didn't avoid her question.
Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much I promise. But now is not the time for
I
vengeance.
can't even see the maggots anymore. They don't exist. They're gone.
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they killed.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Maggot therapies.
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just
They're
a
back.
boy who can barely hold a sword.
The
He knows
maggots are
nothing
back.
about to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear
I would
fealty.
yell at Evan for
But
leaving.
now, this. I'll accuse you of
Ah!
murder, and us
brought
of
the maggots
protecting
back.
you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
Fuck the Boltons. One of their men killed my family.
Aye. You'll say it was justice. They'll say it was murder. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
I hope this game ends with karaoke night, secret ending. Every chapter ends with karaoke. Explaining, like, what happened in the chapter.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
He promoted me. Met the twins. We were to ride in the van to Casterly Rock, and I at Roderick's side, but
It was well-deserved, Garrett. You worked hard and served your lord with honor.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you.
I didn't even tell
Must
Lady
move forward.
Forrester.
This will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I'm a
I
good
can't say
boy.
anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
You're not gonna give me a sword or anything?
I am from ice.
I am from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war
What's
will
up with the
reflect
background
honor and
textures?
dignity of the house.
I'll serve with
They
honor.
look like I'm looking at them like through a drunk man's eyes. I mean, I get it's the art style, but they look really muddy.
Garrett, wait!
No thanks.
Be safe.
You can't wait for the sequel, Game of Thrones Dancing All Night.
Ethan?
Gonna assume that's Ryan, and I don't know who that other one is. That must be Ethan.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
Persona 5 dancing at a reasonable hour.
Reveal himself. I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win.
Congratulations, your lordship.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
I don't like hide and seek. I'm no
I thought we'd
fun.
never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know
Everyone
it's not
looks
good.
like clay. I said that earlier. Everyone looks like really well-molded clay.
Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me
I don't know,
how
I
to
think
fight
it's pretty nice art
properly, I
style.
mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
But the fact that they put so much time and effort, and they just couldn't texturize anything.
The textures are probably the worst part of this so far.
Asher,
There isn't any.
they'll be out here for
What
hours.
textures?
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. Then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I promise I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Her name is Talia. Tyler Van Ever. What did he send you?
Since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Don't watch it.
I'll watch it after the stream.
Never watch it.
So I could have all the sweets I want.
Ban
If only it were that simple.
Make me a mod.
It would
so
be
I
nice
can
if someone
ban
did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd
Make
like,
me a
yes.
mod in general.
Really?
Of course.
Get
Why
fat
not?
as fuck, kid.
Whoa! Nathan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Tyler, make me a mod. You're not banning him.
Just
What's the matter?
No.
Whitetail has arrived.
I
Unannounced
won't
and
ban
certainly
him, I
unexpected.
promise.
He's
I
come
don't
demanding
believe you.
justice.
Please make me a mod.
Can't he meet with Duncan?
No.
I won't
He is the
I
Castellan.
don't believe you.
I won't
Stay
do
with
it.
us.
Just
Please,
let
Ethan.
me show
He's
you.
demanding an audience
No.
with the Lord.
Please.
We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Stop. Stop. I'll mod you after this playthrough. Or after the stream. Hey, let's see who's here.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
Tell him to go away.
Well said, man.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing
Don't
of
leave the
House
stream
Bolton.
because of a...
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Oh, shit's going down.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
My apologies. Please forgive us.
Forgive you? Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations.
How can I be so passive aggressive? I need to be more passive aggressive.
Back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the warden of the north.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished.
God, Evan left
Maybe
for
if
a
you hadn't been
minute,
so
I got
fucking
really
greedy
upset.
with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
It's Bulkhead.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
You're a craven, Lord Whitehill.
Oh, burn. Don't look at me angrily, Bullcuss.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
We're on the third character now. These are the three that were on the front, like when I started the chapter. So I assume these are the only three characters I'm going to be able to play as so far. Is this my stuff? Or am I just rooting through somebody's thing?
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come.
Probably. I'm streaming Stardew Valley tomorrow.
I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Once I'm done Game of Thrones, I'm probably going to be hopping into Disgaea 5, just so I can delete this and have the room.
Asher sent me this coin, to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Ethan made this for me.
What the fuck is Ironwood?
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
I don't know anyone you're talking about.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Andromeda is fantastic.
I hope to see them all someday.
I don't believe you.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
From all I've seen, it looks like a train wreck.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when
I've seen it played on PS4.
Needs her help.
Most of the character models look like shit. They look so, like, uncanny. It's gross.
I
Hello, dirty child.
Sorry, lady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Fuck off, slave
No,
boy.
it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, lady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, matter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, my lady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can.
This kid's
Lady
voice
Marjorie
does
will be
not
very
fit him.
near.
Of course, my lady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a cold boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, my lady.
Lady
I think I
Marjorie,
recognize her
you're
from the
early.
show.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Why does she have like dirt or dust on her cleavage?
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Hey, it's Dieter Pinklage.
You can do this.
Is he, like, king or something? Why is he sitting
Lady
up there with her?
Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house
Shit.
loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Oh, it's the Iron Throne. I didn't know that was here.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all.
Fuck. Can I, like... okay, I guess I can't reload.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Rhaenyra Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk
I
you
can't
up.
help but feel I fucked that up.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
I wouldn't want to anger Cersei.
And you'd be wise not to. But I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
I'm sorry, Lord Tyrion, but it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Good night, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
I have no idea what just happened. He was saying words, we were talking about exchanging ironwood and pissing off Cersei. But in the end, I think I played it safe. I'll give my performance a solid 6 out of 10.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
No.
He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can
Oh,
be
those
exhausting
textures.
sometimes. There's always
Looks like
someone
everything's
to
coated in
please or some
spider
perceived
webs.
slight to smooth over.
Like clear spider webs.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Kill Sarah.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
I received a letter from my family. I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
I hope having Sarah there wasn't a bad idea. I hope she doesn't turn out to, like, tell on me. Hey, I'm Jared again, or Garrett. Garrett. I think it's Garrett. I don't remember. I'm clearly paying a lot of attention. Well, there goes my horse and food and weapons.
7 hells.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He
I think
does
that's
now.
Ramsay Snow.
How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen. There.
Oh, fuck.
Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Good call, me. Just freezing up actually worked for once. Who did they do that to? Why am I sneaking up on him? I'm pretty sure he's dead. Or at least unconscious.
Bloody hell.
Who is it? I don't even know who that was. Should I have known?
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move!
Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Missed.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
He's
true.
right.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Let it go.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
Men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
We can send him to the wall.
Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief.
Take his
If
fingers!
you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed.
Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal. A brazen thief.
He still serves House Forrester and deserves our protection.
He's a rat in our grain stores.
My lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
Disloyalty shouldn't be rewarded if others will take advantage of your mercy. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here. The bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
I'm pretty sure I already know who I'm choosing.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Where did I put that? That was a metal bracer. I have no pockets. Were pockets even invented back here? Okay, I was already talking to him. Might as well hold up in the tower, see what's going on up there. I think I'm doing pretty well. I mean, if this is anything like the other Telltale games, then most of the major decisions will end up in pretty much the same character deaths and major story points, but for the most part, I think it's going alright. Okay, apparently that was worth nothing to go up there. I had a nice view of the shitty landscape, though. Okay, I'm not going to talk to him.
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
Has anything gone missing?
No, doesn't look that way. Seems Eric was the only one to resort to thievery. But I'm still worried about our stores. We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
I trust you to make the right decision.
We'll have to take food from the small folk and hope they can fend for themselves. If the house falls, they'd all be worse for it. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Gonna take food from local farmers and stuff. But like he said, the house is probably the most important right now. Let's see. Let's talk to Malcolm.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do. Showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears
Wasn't he
you will
exiled?
not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will halt, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her. But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
I've come for your pickle. Don't say that right when my sister walks up to me.
Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the wall without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your
Tickle
fault.
the pickle.
I'm the Lord. It's
Tickle
my
the pickle.
responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
I think it's gonna be Duncan.
Definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable.
What's poppin',
and likely
Jimbo?
to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice.
Your test to make sure that the stuff sends was, I've come for your pickle.
You're all worthless and weak.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Duncan. He seems smarter, I want to say. Whereas Royland just kind of seems like, I'm gonna kill everyone. Maybe we should make my little brother my sentinel.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
And what of your brother Asher? Where's his name?
There's only two sides to the blade. Besides, he left, so... Yeah. Someday,
I don't know, I think Duncan's
I'll have a real
pretty
one,
alright.
but not like
He
that
was,
one. Only a lord could have that sword.
What's the other main character? Garrett?
I'm sure of it.
Why can I not remember his name?
I watched
It's
you
his
play.
uncle, and he
Saw
seems
what
pretty
you did to
alright.
that man.
Duncan's ugly AF.
Was he
Clearly that's going to stop him
bad
from
man.
being my sentinel.
Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies. Talia told me what it means.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Alright, can I choose my sentinel now? Let's go talk to, You know what? No, I'll talk to Duncan first.
Are you holding a sword?
Frighteningly ugly.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider. You face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Would you want to be the sentinel?
More than you can imagine, my lord. With all due respect for Sir Royland, there's no one better suited to the role than me.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
What advice? All he said was, make me sentinel, please. Please. Royland sucks.
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
Speaking of ugly,
I have many decisions to make.
this guy's
I
got
wanted
some
your advice.
scabs.
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud.
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise even. But he has no business being a sentinel. He likes to talk. But now's the time for action. So, when will you declare your decision?
Honestly, one
Tonight,
sec.
at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
If Duncan hadn't have sent Garrett to the wall, he would have gotten killed. The bass is fucking raw. Ramsay Bolton is not Chef Ramsay. Yeah, I think Duncan's the smarter of the two. I think we gotta play this safe here.
Maester?
We're clearly not very
Yes, Lord.
powerful, so we're not just gonna be able to
You've
fight our
spoken
way
to a
out with
number of
Royland.
people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Yeah, I think it's gotta be Duncan. It's a Telltale game, so in the long run, in the big scheme of things, it's probably not gonna matter all that much anyway.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless.
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here. We've no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think we can overpower him.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough! My new Sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow.
I gotta go with this.
I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has
I
given his
can't go
command.
halfway on this.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, I have fought for this family for many years. Do not forget that.
Why am I being such a dick to him?
There will
Honestly, I
always be those
think
who
I'm gonna
question
take
your
his side if shit
which
hits
is
the
why you
fan.
need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister.
Why would you bring him back after you exiled him?
He exiled himself. He has no desire to rule. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use.
All of these are negative toward
You're a
Asher,
thinker,
and I
Ethan.
want him back.
You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords.
That's one more guy.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Strange key. It's mine now. This is a point-and-click game. I know better than to leave shit that I might need. I'll take that too.
Marjorie?
Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now.
Wow, what an
But it will be
asshole.
a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Please don't hold it against me. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging
Hello,
your pardon,
Cole
milady.
boy.
I hope I didn't frighten you.
Why am I backing
I'm
away
glad
from
to
him?
see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I could be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair.
Battery level
I know
low,
people who-
no. You know what? I'm gonna change my battery quick. Or by that, I mean change controllers. There. Fresh controller.
People would be willing to help you.
I'm gonna finish this chapter. Should be almost over now. I think I'm going one episode per stream.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden of
Lord.
the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
May I offer you bread and salt, Lord Ramsay?
I loathe bread and salt. Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young. This... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so? Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Forrester.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, Let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
And plain as safe.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
We will double our efforts for your father, my lord.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What? The ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehill's done? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twin. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
Oh, grand.
But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your boy.
No!
Kill him. Think if you're ready to. Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him!
Fetch the maester quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop that!
No, please!
Ryan,
Stop
please!
it!
Remember Ryan! Do something!
My son.
And that about wraps it up.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who
Hey, it's
will
Jon
not
Snow.
stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again.
I guess that must
our
be
house
Asher.
will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
You and 65% stay with Bowen. Swear loyalty to the king. 48.6% freed Eric. When the fuck did I free Eric? Oh, that was the guy who was stealing. Pick Duncan as sentinel. Yeah, I knew I was right in picking Duncan as a sentinel. 51%. Oh wow, that's really split. Met Duncan at the Great Hall. Any other choices? Like less important ones? I'm pretty much in the positive, or the most popular for all of them. Aside from the Eric one, but that one's pretty well split anyway. No, thank you. I don't want to log into a Telltale account. Alright. In the next few days, I'm probably going to be starting episode 2. I have all the episodes, I just don't have them downloaded yet, but I'll obviously do that before next time I stream. But yeah, it was fun. I'm liking the game so far. Maybe not as much as, you know, The Wolf Among Us or The Walking Dead Season 1. Or even Tales from the Borderlands, but it's pretty damn good. I can't complain. I will say, I hope they don't kill off my fucking main characters anymore. You know, I don't want to be hopping around from main characters constantly. But I enjoyed it, so probably going to be streaming again. Stardew Valley starting tomorrow, then the next day, maybe this again. Who knows? Depends on what happens. I guess we'll end it here for the night, though. See you all next time. Bye-bye!